Well, that's never the scene you want. Let's see. 4 days before you're supposed to go racing now, is it? Nope. So welcome back to the channel, guys. As you can see, we got us a mess on the floor. Got us a mess on the floor. Got to clean that up. Got a transmission on a stand. So what we're going to do to this power glide is we're going to take it over to our good friends over at Extreme Automatics to get a few little changes made. We're going to change the first gear ratio in this power glide. Hopefully find us some ET early on in the track. Going to probably do some converter changes, so I'm actually going to, in this video, probably tear down a converter, kind of show you some of the insides of that. If you've not saw the insides of a converter, we run bolt together converters in the race cars and some of our more extreme street cars. So we'll have some footage of that. I will take my GoPro with me when I take the transmission to drop it off. I'm not sure if Lonnie wants me to, is okay with me recording or anything inside the shop, so we'll find that out. But we've also got Larry's transmission for old Green Bean over there. As some of you, I don't know if I've mentioned it or not, but we lost first gear in St. Louis and basically went out in the semis. You know, had a real good consistent car. Sucks, but it's part of racing, so we'll get it fixed, get it back in the car. And like I said, we are still waiting to get that transmission back as well as get this transmission done. I still got to go through Larry's converter, so we got a lot to do before we leave for Martin, Michigan for NMRA, NMCA. On our goal was to leave Thursday, but yeah, there'll be a little work involved, but that's the name of the game for heads up racing. But stay tuned and we'll get this stuff apart, take the camera with me over to Extreme on Monday and maybe shoot a little footage in there and see what we come up with. Okay, so welcome back to the second part of this video. I totally dropped the ball, forgot to even take my camera with me to Lonnie's when I dropped off the power glide out of Jim's car, out of the old buckwheat. So no footage from there. I've got the converters tore down in the back. We're getting ready to go back there. I'll kind of go over what we're changing on the one, then just kind of the maintenance and service that we're planning on doing on Larry, since some of the gear failure and stuff like that and that transmission. So we basically just want to make sure there's no bad material, you know, a little bit of metal dust, stuff like that ain't a big deal. Make sure there ain't no slivers and stuff. We actually, well, Lonnie found some slivers of metal in it where some stuff had came apart, so just double checking for that, make sure everything works right once we get everything back from them. So we'll walk on back to the back and get started on explaining that kind of stuff. And as you can notice, my yearly shave is in effect, so if you don't recognize me, still the same person, just no beard. So let's walk out and look at some converters. Okay, so we'll start off here with Larry's converter out of the old Green Bean. So as you can see here, just a bunch of like metal. I don't know if you'll be able to see a little bit of sparkle on my finger there. So basically this one will just be getting cleaned, clean out all the parts and stuff on it. Nothing too crazy. Still need to get a little more data on that before we decide if we're going to change a stator or not. Then on Jim's, for old buckwheat, Jim's street car, right? But it's very similar parts. I mean, they're basically all made up of the same stuff, but we'll go over what all is inside one of these things. Probably use Jim's here because it's got less metal and just junk and all that kind of stuff on it. So we will start with what everybody knows on the converter. So that goes into your transmission, connects onto the transmission pump. Then in the converter, this is considered the impeller or pump. People call them different things. So then from there you get into what you hear people talk about a lot, the stators. So this is what we'll normally change. It's what we're getting ready to change in Jim's. This one is a 1735, which means 17 of these fins at a 35-degree angle. Then to the back, you got the turbine. So, well, turbine, then you got your rear cover. So that's the main back. That's what attaches to your flywheel, all that good stuff. So, but yeah, then let's go through the process of all this stuff. Scoot this over and go ahead and point you guys down. So, car running, fluid comes in through here into the pump. All the fluid gets pushed out through the edges here through centrifugal force. Then from there goes into the turbine, and that has an input shaft for your transmission. So that's what actually makes this spinning. This spinning is what makes your car move. Then once it is through, it goes in through these fins on the outside here, and it gets pushed in through here, then we're off into the stator. Then that's all a little bit better once it's all. So then up through the stator, and the stator is actually what accelerates your fluid up, multiplies the torque, and increases your driving force. So that's what puts all your power on through the transmission, multiplies torque. So that's why it's the biggest part of the brains of your whole converter. So we'll be changing that. I'm not sure what we're changing this one to yet, but there are some changes, some new stuff on the way for that. But just a quick little video on that. You know, still learning a lot of stuff on this. It's a little bit of new stuff to me, but just wanted to explain what little bit I know about it to you guys. So hopefully somebody picks up some short little video, but we'll shoot some more when we're putting the transmissions back in. Then hopefully everything goes smooth and we're on the road Thursday we're actually going to go to a test session with Buckwheat at Muncie for Brandon Mass's deal on our way to Martin. Then Larry will be on the road to Martin. Like I said, hopefully everything comes together and everybody gets to leave Wednesday night, Thursday morning, something like that. But we'll see. So thanks for checking out the video. If you would, hit the subscribe button. I always appreciate that. See you guys on the next one.